All right, folks, Brian Blessing in Las Vegas, bangthebook.com. Continuing on with our region previews, and this time we're focused on the Midwest region. And interesting with North Carolina, 8-5, number one seed. I think Kentucky has a big shot here at 3-1 to cut down the nets in the region. Other teams of note, a lot of love for Houston. The Cougars are at 5-1. Auburn, Iowa State, a lot of people like Iowa State to upset the apple cart as well. They're at 8-1. And Kansas is sitting at 10-1. Utah State is a good basketball team, 25-1. Let's dive into the games on Thursday and Friday, find some opportunities. Let's start in Jacksonville with a really interesting game with Wofford and Seton Hall in this spot. Seton Hall 3-point favorite. Total in the game is Wofford 3-point favorite. Total 142 out of the Southern Conference. 20-game winning streak coming in here for Wofford. 29-4 is their record. Listen, this is a team that is really good from three-point land, and Seton Hall's got Miles Powell. The guy's a stud. Total here is 142. I like this game to go over the total. Then you get Kentucky against Abilene Christian, a 2:15 game. Kentucky starts four freshmen. They'll be playing above the rim in this spot, and one of the higher numbers in the first round. 27-6 on Abilene Christian coming out of the Southland Conference, but a huge talent disparity here. All right, we move on, and let's go to Salt Lake City with Bruce Pearl's Auburn Tigers. This is a team, a lot of people love Auburn. 5 seed, though, tough matchup. A lot of people like New Mexico State. The numbers, Auburn 8, down to 7. Total on the game is 143. Those numbers come down just basically because you get a 5-12 matchup. They're always going to look at the 12 in this spot. That's what the public is going to do. Austin Wiley, the big man for Auburn, is something special here. And New Mexico State, don't sleep on these guys. They can play 30-4. They always find a way. They're comfortable when they get to the NCAA tournament. Could be a much more interesting game than a lot of people think. But again, it's that 5-12 kind of matchup. Kansas and Northeastern, one of the games I like the most here in the first round. Kansas 8.5, it's down to 8. What I like is the total, 144.5. Kansas is going to get theirs. But watch Vasa Busica, this kid from Northeastern. He comes from Serbia. Bill Cohen, well-coached team. I was a big supporter of Hofstra all year long. They beat Hofstra to get into the big dance. They can score points. I like this game to go over the total. Friday in Columbus, North Carolina, 24.5-point favorites. Total is up 164 to 167. The Metro Atlantic, Iona, the 16 seed here, is a conference that historically scores. I certainly can get it. The bench should get in here for North Carolina. They will still score. Iona will keep their guys in. Can see that game going over the total. Utah State is a 2.5-point favorite. Total is 135. The scary thing for me is they're playing Washington. Everybody thought Washington was going to be the only team that got in from the Pac-12. Well, 3 from the Pac-12 get in. 26-8 is the record. It is an intriguing first-round matchup. But I would say this to you, Utah State can score. I like this game to go over the total. And we wrap it up in Tulsa on Friday with Iowa State against Ohio State. Iowa State, 6.5-point favorite. Total's 141. Something's got to give here. Great offense against a really good defense. Chris Holtman's got the Ohio State D playing really, really good here. Iowa State's the Big 12 champs. They're talented but inconsistent. Maybe look for that game. I would lean more to the defense, ruling the pace of the play, go under the total there. And then we'll see what Houston brings to the table. A lot of people love the Cougars here. 31-3 for Kelvin Sampson. 13-point favorites. It's down to 11. Total on the game is 142 against the 14 seed Georgia State Panthers. 40% team shooting from three-point land. Another game I think can go over the total. There you have it, the Midwest. We're through all the regions. Check it out, bangthebook.com. Follow me on Twitter at Brian Blessing, and listen to the Sports Betting Podcast with our good friend, Adam Burke.